Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie's Cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm creating this cute little birthday card for the Team Tiny September YouTube hop. This is a hashtag driven hop, I can't say that, and I'll talk about that a little bit more, but it was a colour challenge this time, so these were the colours we were given to work with. These are the products that I'm using today. I have the MFT Bring Out the Sunshine stamp set, the MFT Sunflower Sweetheart stamp set, and I just thought these two work so well together. I'm also using the Lawn Fawn Reverse Stitched Scalloped Circle Windows die. This is the largest one, and the Concord and 9th Triple Step Blooming Heart dies just for that banner. So from some white cardstock, I've gone ahead and cut out that scalloped circle. This is a 5.5 by 4.25 inch piece. And I've also got a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock here, cut slightly smaller than that. And I'm going to do some ink blending on that with some Evergreen Bough, some scattered straw and some Spun Sugar Distress Oxide inks to create a little background. Now don't worry about the splodges at the bottom there, you're not going to see those because they will be covered up. I'm just focusing on the kind of top half of the card. And I'm just going to bring that circle in a few times just to make sure that everything fits in nicely and I've got all the parts inked that I need to have inked. So while I'm doing this ink blending, let me tell you a little bit about the Team Tiny Hop. Team Tiny is a group of paper crafters who come together to support each other and help grow our YouTube channels. So they're all channels with less than 1,000 subscribers. And we have a hop once a month. This is my second time joining with the hop. As I said, it's a hashtag driven hop. So to hop along with us, you can either search up the hashtag, so it's hashtag Team Tiny September 2022 hop, or you can just click on the link that I've got in the description below and you will find all the other participants. And it's a great way to help support and help grow smaller channels like myself. And it just means the world to us to get comments, to get thumbs up, and to get new subscribers. So I really encourage you to hop along, and you might come across a new paper crafter that you really like, that you really enjoy, whose content that you want to see more of. So it's a good way to explore other channels. So I have gone ahead and coloured and cut out my little images. I used my Copic markers today because I wanted to use colours to work with the colour scheme. I did colour in some little yellow birds. I'm not going to use them. I have gone ahead and cut out the banner from the Concord and 9th die set, and I've stamped that sentiment to the beautiful birthday girl, which comes from the Sunflower Sweetheart stamp set. And now I'm just kind of figuring out where I'm going to place everything and how it's all going to look in the end. So once I'm happy with that, I've added some foam tape to some of my images and to this kind of front panel piece. And I'm just going to peel all that off and try and line it up, which I'm not very successful with, but it's okay. I just end up trimming off a little bit. So peel off all the release paper and then pop that down on top. And then I will just use my scissors to trim off. There's a tiny bit at the bottom that kind of overhangs. So I'm just going to trim that off with my scissors. And it doesn't matter about the back. You're not going to see it. So it doesn't matter if it's a bit messy. Once that's done, I've got a little bit of foam tape on my images just where they're going to overhang that kind of circle piece. And then my glue was clogged. But eventually I got my glue working and I popped some glue down as well as that foam tape. And I'm just going to start attaching all of my images. Now, you know me, I love a shaker card, and I did think about making this into a shaker card, but I decided just to go fairly clean and simple today and just let the kind of colouring stand out more than anything else. And I've got to admit, this wasn't a colour combination that I probably would have chosen myself, but I really love it. I think it's very pretty. I think it works really well with these images. And it's kind of good for this time of year. We're still getting warm weather. We're certainly getting warm weather where I am, but I think most places who are heading into autumn, fall are probably still getting some fairly warmish weather. So we're still getting, you know, sunflowers and flowers and that sort of thing. So I think it works well for this time of year. But the colours were really, really pretty. So for my banner, I'm going to kind of have it hanging off the edge there, and I'm just going to trim that down so it's flush with the edge. And then all that's left to attach are these little birds. So I've got 3 little birds in total. One's going to sit on top of the flower basket. One's going to sit up here on top of this banner. And I'm going to put the third just there above the little girl's green hat, kind of flying in. And then it's pretty much just a case of attaching all that to a card base. So I've created a standard size card base at 5.5 by 4.25. I've stamped that sending sunshine and happiness sentiment in the middle along with that little flower basket, just to add a little bit of extra detail to the center of my card. And I'm just going to use some liquid glue to lay that panel on top. Now, because it's 5.5 by 4.25, it just fits completely snugly on the edge of that. And then just to add a little bit more detail, I've taken these Nuvo crystal drops in white, and I'm just adding a few drops around. I'm always nervous about doing this. I always feel like I'm going to mess it up, that I'm going to put too many or too few down. I ended up putting 4 down and I was really nervous about it, and I was thinking about putting more, and I don't know, I chickened out. I get scared about doing stuff like this because I always feel like I'm going to mess it up. But that is it. That's my little card finished, and I really enjoyed this one today. I hope you did too. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below, and please do subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you come back again. And do go and take a look at all the other channels on the hop and give them some love as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care.